General picture over the last 4 years for Iran, as sanctions have taken effect, has seen international trading really reducing. Now, in the press, we've seen a lot about the oil sanctions, exports of what is Iran's largest trade being completely cut. However, other services, particularly the container ship market and the refrigerated cargo markets, have also been very affected by these sanctions. What we've also been noticing from AIS movement data is that international flag vessels has heavily reduced over the last 4 years in favour of homegrown and operated fleets. These vessels, which would have been part of the original IRISL services and now form part of the smaller fleets which broke away from the government-run shipping company, are now more trading into the country itself. Probably the most affected market from Iran has been the tanker market. With the sanctions on the oil exports, it's really affected the visits of the larger VLCCs to the country over the last 4 years. If we go back 4 years, there were still trades throughout the world using some of the big global operators. However, if we look at the trade now, we're down to just pretty much the homegrown fleet of NITC. Now, over the last 3-4 years, NITC's fleet has been modernised with new buildings coming out of China. 7 have been delivered in 2013 alone, and these vessels are principally trading now between Iran to South Korea, Japan, and most notably China. There are also the vessels of NITC which aren't trading at the moment. Recent AIS data shows that at least 16 of the vessels, the larger vessels that are currently moored off Iran, of which we know 9 actually do have cargoes on board and are being used for storage purposes. Recent information which has come from S&P brokers has indicated that perhaps 5 of the more elderly tankers in the fleet may be visiting the scrapyards of the Indian subcontinent towards the end of this year. The general container ship market has really fallen over the last 4 years. We've seen global players such as CMA CGM and Maersk pull out of their regional services which are operating into Iran. More recently, we've seen companies such as Hyundai Merchant Marine and Simatech also cut their services which were operating in from the sort of Asian, Indian subcontinent regions. Now, over the last few months, services have even more drastically reduced, now with feedering just from Jebel Ali across the Gulf into Iran being really the only container ship trades operating into the state.